That off. Hey, good morning, everybody. If you're watching this as a rerun, you can skip ahead about 17 minutes. I got to shut this light off. All righty. Let's see how you guys are doing today. Morning, Josh. Morning here. What else is going on here? Jamie gave me the thumbs up. Good deal. All right. Morning, Waylon. She's a windy one yesterday. Brian, good morning. I don't know if it was in your neck of the woods, but it was a windy, dirty one. And so far, all the ultrasounding and geez, cows are getting bred up good. I hope that is the same case for mine. I really hope. Yeah. What else is going on here? Got nothing. Got nothing. Probably test my audio here. Thanks, Gene. Yeah. So, Mike, good morning. So elaborating on what happened. So when Clay Peterson retired from the Friends of NRA, I think there was a guy from Mobridge, I think his name was Doug, that took it over. And Doug wanted nothing to do with Scott Bachmeyer or Jesse Flath to help in any way, shape, or form on any Friends of NRA banquet, period. I don't know why. I thought I got along with Doug just fine, but evidently didn't want us to use. Now, I don't know. There used to be a lot of banquets, and we used to travel to most everything on the central and western part of North and South Dakota. Now, I have no idea. I think there's like 3 of them in North Dakota and a couple in South Dakota now that still do it. So I have no idea. But that, my friend, is the reason. And I don't know why, because I go to all these other events and help and raise money, and I guess they don't want us. Yes, I did find my bull. It's funny you say that, Waylon. All right. So, morning, Karen. Good morning. Good to have you along here with me. Let's see if I can do this and show you quick enough. I don't know if I can here. Right here. So I took my drone out. Thanks, Mike. So I took my drone out the other day and was like, I found first off. Okay, so Dixie and I, we went out and caked my cows here the other day, checked waters, put mineral out, and I had all 5 of my bulls in the right spot. Morning, Mr. Bulgy. And so my neighbor, Dixie said the other day, she said, I was running around the hayfields and she said, there's a bull like laying in one of the hayfields. I'm like, so I went up and looked, not my bull. Neighbor's bull. He went up the next morning, couldn't find it. Came out the next morning, couldn't find it. So we went out and I took my drone out and here the bugger is laying at the, I can't see it, that black spot right there right before it drops into the deep stuff, right at the corner. So I went up and put the damn bull in. Right north is his pasture. I walked it into the gate, little pissy bull. And then it wasn't later on that evening. I went out and I was scouting for some people that have elk tags. The damn thing is in the same spot. So got all my bulls. Neighbor is still short one. I know where it is. Morning, Dan. Brian thinking the same thing. He got skunked on a deer tag. Well, weather permitting, I'll be in Baker in November. Good deal. Yeah, that's right. I suppose old Jake is going to want to get on my program about that here too. November 7th, I'm in Medora for the Hunter's Feed. And November 8th is Baker. Okay. And I have that winning. I am preconditioning, shipping. Bucks for Bras is October 23rd. Preconditioning. Antelope season starts next Friday for rifle season. Okay. There's a few things going on. All right. It's the weekend before our deer opener. Yep, it is. And it is a good time. It really is a fun time. Baker thing. Let's see. Dave, good morning. Appreciate you listening in Minnesota. This is going on here. Yeah. So October, November, going to be a little bit of everything running around here. So it's good stuff. Two of my neighbors got their elk tags filled. So that's good. Are you planning on selling my calves? Yes, they will be in Bowman Livestock. Got them contracted for October 20th. October 20th at Bowman Livestock Marketing. Yeah. So they got 30 days, less than 30 days. Get them son of a guns out of here. And get my one payday. I'm excited for that too. Eric, good morning. From I-90 driving to Sioux Falls. Okay. I haven't been to Sioux Falls in quite some time. And once in a while they fly me down there for a Piper's auction down by Worthing, south of Sioux Falls there. But other than that, yeah. They used to have a bar in the north side of town called I think it was called the Grain Bin. But they had live music, a live band every weekend. And it was fun. I had a great time going down there. Live music was fun. It was a good time. Myself and a guy from Watertown would go down there almost every weekend. So it was a blast. I think it was the Grain Bin, yeah, something like that. Then it was like a country bar, and then it turned into like a biker bar. Somebody bought it from somebody and turned it into a biker bar because it was so close to the Harley Davidson up there on the north side. Dealing with your aunt's estate, well, hope it goes well. Not fun dealing with estate sometime if the family can get along. Stations, I'll do a countdown coming up here in about 3.5 minutes. Went to a football game last night in Standing Rock. They were raffling an elk tag from the Game and Fish, $50 for a ticket. Really? Okay, so I know I know the Res has their own elk tags. Like they're their own thing. So was it an elk tag from the Game and Fish, or was it an elk tag for hunting on the Standing Rock Res? Would be my question. But if they are raffling a tag from the North Dakota Game and Fish, I wonder what it's for, right? I mean, because you can only get those tags if you're like a nonprofit or I don't know, whatever they give them out for. But I know Standing Rock has their own kind of like hunting season type thing. Oh, I think John Armin, speaking of which, I think he got his elk. I think. According to social media. Maybe it's on Shelby's then. I thought I saw it somewhere. Shelby Armin. Maybe it wasn't his. I don't know. But this is what I saw for John Arman pitcher. So I'm guessing it's his with the bow. So look at that shot. Yeah. The announcer said it was a game and fish, assuming to benefit the school or something. Okay. Yeah, it's his. That's a doozy. Nice and heavy, isn't it? But these guys, they take these photos. It doesn't look like it, but I bet John is sitting like 6 feet behind the thing with his long old stretched out arm there. So Schrader was with him from the looks of the photos. Was he in there? Oh, by golly, he was. Yeah. Look at there. Good enough. Have to get him on, talk about that. Nice, big football game this afternoon. Bison versus Jackrabbits. Oh, it is. Okay. All right. Well, go Jackrabbits. What is this one? It's another nice bull. Not sure who it is. Jesse. And Jesse says Casey. Hold on. Oh, okay. Wyoming. Good. Very cool. Did I miss my... Oh, 7 o'clock. Right there. Just turned 7 o'clock, everybody. I got to call it Jamie here, and then I got some more photos to show you guys. Here's one that helped. That's right. Okay. All right. I better turn that down a little bit here. Is this right? I've got a 6-pack of Billy beer for you. Oh, yeah, Billy beer. I forgot that.
Hello.
Morning.
Got me, Scott?
You're pretty quiet there, buddy.
You got me?
Yeah.
Okay. We got the young man who's aiming on a deer right now.
Okay. Well, you got 5.5 minutes. So
once you get on the other side of that tree. Yeah, no, go ahead and talk.
Yeah.
I got these weird headphones on. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Once you stop, okay.
Did he shoot it yet? Come on. Shoot at something.
No, he's aiming. I'm waiting. There she stopped.
Just showing pictures on YouTube. One of my neighbors out there.
Nailed her. He hit her. I think it was a gut shot, actually. No. Was it? All right, there she goes. I see her. Put another one in and put it on safe, B. Put it on safe. God, I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it in scope. Yeah, it was right at the back side of the rib. Well, these guys can get busy, Scott. You and I will be on the radio. Bottom of the lung.
They can go gut a deer out, and you can sit here and be all right.
Right. She went down, and then we're gonna walk down. Okay. How's that? Nice. The old Creedmoor did its work, huh? Nice shot, buddy. Right at the end of the lung. The old Creedmoor gets another one, Scott. I couldn't find it. I don't even think I got it. Should have put. Anyway. Yeah, there's freaking deer all over around us here, Scott. I mean, I've never seen this many fawns in my life out here.
Good. It's good to hear somebody. There's a lot of EHD killing a lot of deer in some areas now. I'm getting some text messages that there's a lot of dead deer.
Yeah, I know. I've been hearing the same shit. That sucks. Down in Ohio, I guess they're getting absolutely crushed down there like we were.
Really?
Yeah.
I think down, I can't remember where exactly it is. I think over by like the Flasher area. And that area is getting a lot of, there's some big deer that are been found just dead. So,
God, yeah, it's like it never left down there when it came a couple years ago. You guys gonna take that with you just in case? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we actually saw a couple nice bucks yesterday too. There is a big son of a bitch out here, but I just don't have the gumption and patience to stock them with my.
Here it is. So this guy just texted me. He's listening. He says, dead deer in Adams County, and just found that it's so sad. when you see a deer like that.
Oh,
Look at that thing.
I hate seeing it.
Good grief, man. It's huge. Look at this. That just thick, good mass to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
makes you guys sick.
I know.
Yeah, you guys they're heading down to get the. How far was that, anyways? You like 220 or something? 225. Ooh, 220. Oh, should have been 223. That'd even been better.
Only in
You
your
catch that
mind.
one,
Only
Scott?
in your mind.
The Creedmoor is starting to freaking win me over a lot more. Actually, the more I shoot it, I had to admit that to.
I'm already going for the next one. It's like, what else is next besides the Creed? So
Yeah,
but I still carry mine with me every day.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, just for shooting, or what are you looking at? All right. Well, they're heading down to get their harvest. Oh, here's the casing right here. I better save it for them. I'll sacrifice a reload. You can have that one, Bryson. Oh,
got to put it on a chain and hang it on the. Oh,
yep.
It was.
I got
a doe though, wasn't it? So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What chaps me is I didn't have my readers on it. I didn't have the thing in the scope to video it, but we'll get some pictures, I'm sure. So.
All right.
I had it right away.
60
All right.
seconds. 60 seconds. So just to let you know, a man
Sounds
that
good.
drinks pumpkin spice should have a Creedmoor.
Absolutely. Should have two of them. Hey, pumpkin spice, man. I'm helping out the farmers in the dairy industry. You know,
I have never. I don't know what a pumpkin spice is. I have no idea.
Wow, it tastes like pumpkin pie, and they make coffee out of it and pumpkin spice lattes. PSL.
Yeah, I'm not a pumpkin guy. I don't like pumpkin pie or any of that stuff. So no.
Oh, I'm a heavy pumpkin man.
Right. Stand by. We're 20 seconds away.
Yep.
I'm going to turn you down there, and I better get that ready. All right, stations. 15 seconds. 15 seconds on mark. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Saturday edition of Dakota Prairie Outdoors, heard all across the Dakota country and territory on great stations like K-Fire 550, Bismarck, Mandan, celebrating 100 years in the radio business. Congratulations. KCJB up in Minot, KLTC in Dickinson, KOLY in Mobridge, and, of course, the capital city in Pierre, South Dakota. It is KGFX. I am with the guy that's bringing pumpkin spice lattes back and making it sexy. Jamie, good morning. How you doing today?
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Scott. Doing great, actually. We're out the hunting shack, and my good friend of mine and his son, he just shot a muley doe here. He was talking to you before the show. He got a 6.5 Creed, 225. They're going out to get her right now. I'm watching them walk down there and talking to you. So my morning's going outstanding.
So you just you have a hunting shack out there. How is it? So I've never hunted. I've hunted out of ground blinds before, but I've never had like a permanent shack. How does that work for, viewing wildlife? Can you use it for more than just deer hunting or what?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I've sitting here all the time, just looking at deer. And I mean, if you want to sit here and you get your cattle out here, you can. But the thing about it, like you said, you sit here, you can watch the deer. And if you see one, most of the time we get them, Scott, we got to get out and actually spot and stalk them. But it worked out good for us today with the. Well, I tell you what, a doe. I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah, pretty much every time I'm in here, I can shoot a doe. Really, they're so used to it. It's been up here for so long. But bucks, big bucks. I mean, I see some smaller ones. I think we shot a few bucks out of here, but yeah, usually you got to get out and chase them around. But yeah, seeing wildlife in this is so much better instead of just walking around. You know, they see you and you chase them off. You just sitting here with your binos and spotting scope, and then, man, you see far more wildlife sitting in one of these than you do all walking around.
So you helped out a youth for the youth tag, and they shot a doe. Now, is that something that you're like, did they have the choice between a buck and a doe and choose to shoot a doe? Or I don't know how the youth tags work there.
Nope, it's the doe. He just had the doe tag, so next year he'll get his statewide buck tag. But
Okay.
yeah, he just had to. He put you got in this unit. You have to. I thought you had to put in for muley doe. I can't remember. He showed me the tag. I think it was any doe. My
Okay.
cousin and last night my cousin and his friend. They got a couple muley does, one here on this land, and he owns a quarter up north, and they went and got one up there too. So they got a couple nice mule deer does there too.
Yeah.
223 got both of those at the 223.
Oh, it did. So I think it was last week or the week before I was talking to John Armin about what should kids have to take a doe before they get into the buck side of things. Where do you stand on that?
Yeah, I think they should, be honest with you.
Okay.
I think they should. And last week my nephew was up and he had his buck tag, and we were looking at a big buck through the spotting scope, and I said, Devin, look through there, and he was wow, and I said, you don't get to shoot that one. Why not? And I said, then his dad said, because if you shoot one that big, you're never going to want to shoot anything smaller than that anymore.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he did. He got a decent one, a little 4x3, and I was a 6.5 Creed too. That was his first shot. He kind of got it in the gut there. It was 178, and then he got a nice shot at 200, and I think it was about 205 or something. He finished it off.
So why are people making fun of those of us that shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor? Like the mayor of Mobridge says, a man that drinks pumpkin spice should have a Creedmoor. So I don't understand. Why is that?
Yeah, I never understood the Creed, the hate on the Creed. As you know, I was always a 308 guy, and you and my dad kind of converted me over to, not even kind of, you did convert me over to the Creedmoor. It is the number one deer cartridge in America right now. So the hunting cartridge. So it's I don't know the hate on it. I don't get it. It's super accurate. Everyone I've ever shot shoots awesome. And there's little recoil, and he's got plenty of energy out, in my opinion, to 400 yards easily to take any deer you want. So I don't understand the hate.
It reaches,
I love it.
It's got more than just 400-yard reach on it.
Yeah, I'm saying easily 400 for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you're a good shot, I mean, it's no problem past 400, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, well, antelope season in the North Dakota border kicks off next Friday for the rifle season. And are you one of those lucky ones that may have drawn a tag?
I am not, but
okay.
My friend Doug has one, and I'm taking off work at noon with him, and we're heading out to do a little antelope hunting. That's the Mandan in south there, I think, is his tag, his unit. So he's spotted a few of them that don't look too bad. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully he can get one. It's the videos he sent me in pictures. It looks like chances are pretty good. He's going to get one. One of them that he was looking, he texted me this morning. That wasn't there. He was a little disappointed, but we'll see. You know how them antelope are. They'll pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, they just run and move and run.
They just run right towards you if you go through Scott.
I told you to do the strangest thing. The best way to sneak up an antelope is just walk right toward it.
That was the first animal that I actually killed at the Creedmoor, was that antelope.
That's right. It was. Yeah.
Yep. 120 grain Nosler. I got that one a little back too on the first shot. I mean, he was kind of trotting. And I was a little excited, never compensated for the lead, but he stood up again, and then I put one in his neck, and it was over quick. So.
Yeah, and that's where I also introduced you to the Silver Bullet fire extinguisher, and how to gut a deer and clean it out real quickly.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. My dad's got one in his yard, actually. So that thing is money. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, antelope season on the way. We have elk season going on right now in the Black Hills. I think they got I think that season turns from. I gotta look at it again here. It's the September 30th is the last of the Black Hills archery season. And then the firearm season in South Dakota starts October 1st through the October 31st in the Custer State Park side of things. So a little different than the North Dakota side. North Dakota starts September 1st and goes until the first weekend in January 2026. And do you think there should be a shorter season for that?
No, the only season I think that should be shorter, and you're not going to like it, is bow season, but I'm fine with the length of those.
So I don't go bow hunting until December.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not the early guy. I'm not the, get out in September and go right away. Again, I like December hunting.
I got a text here. Daryl Lee asked me if I raise my pinky in the air when I drink my lattes too. I do not, Daryl. If I do, it's an accident. When we get back to the yard and we're done with this deer, I'm gonna drink a beer and raise my pinky when I do and take a picture. And send it to Daryl.
Yeah, I'm not. I get these messages. They're like some people, like Eric down in South Dakota, agrees with me that pumpkin pie. I don't care for it. But the mayor's like, pumpkin pie is good. I don't know. I'd rather just like you said, have a nice little hot toddy instead of a pumpkin spice latte.
I will admit, I get a lot of flack for being a pumpkin spice latte guy. I can tell you that.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to come back. We're going to discuss a little bit more about you said 6.5 is the number one big game cartridge in America. We're going to talk a little bit more about that because, there's so many different rifles coming out in different rounds. And I'm setting up a new one myself, and I got the new Burris 6. I'm excited for that, man. I really am excited for that because it automatically takes the elevation and temperature inside. So stick with us. Jamie Breck's with me here. We're just solving the world's problems here this morning on Dakota Prairie Outdoors. If you have any questions or comments, you can text them to me. I'm live chatting on my feed on YouTube, and you can call 888-932-5682 if you want to join in on the conversation. We'll be back right after these messages. Piper's Auction and Real Estate would like to invite you to their next round of sales. Coming up, the Rooster Ridge Equipment and Hunting Supply Auction at Fort Ransom, North Dakota on Thursday, September 25th. Also coming up on Thursday, September 25th, is the West Dakota Fall Equipment Auction featured out of Bowman, North Dakota. And the Central Dakota Fall Equipment Auction in Steele is November 11th, and the DeWald Estate Equipment Auction in Streator is going to be held on November 18th. For more information and to bid with confidence, go to Pifers.com.
I'm Dale Paulke with Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner in ag lending. With our deep understanding and appreciation for the Western way of life, we proudly accept, respect, and promote the values that define our community. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or business owner, we are here to support your financial needs and help you thrive. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for all your banking needs.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Equal housing lender.
Bowman Livestock Marketing, serving the tri-state area for all of your livestock marketing needs. Eastern Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota. You can be sure of great care for your cattle and top price at sale time. Call Austin Snook at 307-290-2161. That's 307-290-2161 for more information or just to talk cattle markets. You can also find them on Facebook and go to their website, BowmanLivestockMarketing.com. There's a reason you're seeing more Red Angus cattle in the country. Great mama cows, high weaning weights, and easy keepers. With a family that bases their entire operation on faith, honesty, and trust. You can see those values in their 30-plus years in the Red Angus breed. Schriefer Red Angus, the breed that generates a positive return on investment. SchrieferRedAngus.com. MoPro Guide Service, the best on Lake Oahe. Brent and his staff will give you the most enjoyable fishing experience, always having the latest in electronics, gear, and the most comfortable Lund boat on the water. Fish with somebody who lives in Mobridge, South Dakota, the heart of Lake Oahe. If you need a place to stay, the Morest Motel has newly updated rooms with free internet, a family-owned and operated business. Go to OaheWalleyes.com. That's OAHE Walleyes.com for the best fishing experience Lake Oahe has to offer. Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can do it in a fraction of time with just one person on foot or horseback. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy. This portion of the program is brought to you by Freedom Repair. Whether it's a tractor, baler, your cutter, your combine, or air seeder, Freedom Repair comes to you and helps you get fixed up and back in the field. 19 plus years experience. Give Lucas Kelly a call at 701-440-1945. That's 701-440-1945. Freedom Repair, veteran owned and operated. Western Frontier Insurance, agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto, you can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or talking animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered with price in mind. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, Wilton, Bowman, and Hettinger.
I'm Dale Paulke with Dakota Community Bank and Trust, where local banking is as comfortable as your favorite pair of work boots. Step into our branches and experience a friendly atmosphere, personalized service, and financial expertise. Whether you're a hardworking farmer, a small business owner, or a local resident, we've got the banking solutions that you need. So kick off your boots and let us take care of your financial needs at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Equal housing lender.
Piper's Auction and Real Estate would like to invite you to their next round of sales. Coming up, the Rooster Ridge Equipment and Hunting Supply Auction at Fort Ransom, North Dakota on Thursday, September 25th. Also coming up on Thursday, September 25th, is the West Dakota Fall Equipment Auction featured out of Bowman, North Dakota. And the Central Dakota Fall Equipment Auction in Steele is November 11th, and the DeWald Estate Equipment Auction in Streeter is going to be held on November 18th. For more information and to bid with confidence, go to pifers.com.
On that road, but don't you worry, one day I'll settle down. And when that time comes, I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition. Great music right there from Benny Paulson and Breaking 8. Find them on iTunes and all the music platforms. I'm not sure. I'm not a music platform kind of guy, Jamie. What other music platforms are out there besides iTunes? Like Spotify or what else? Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's kind of that's out of my wheelhouse, honestly.
Yeah.
I use my iPhone. I think it's iTunes. You know, I can get anything I want on there. If I don't, I use iHeart too, Scott. I go on there and you can look and listen to anything you want on there.
So here's the thing about it is, being a radio guy, I don't buy music. It's free. You're listening right now. If you're listening to the radio, it's free. So there you go. You don't have to worry about that. So, all right, we got some text messages came in and everything we're going to be talking here. So Jesse Flass said he just had a conversation last night with a friend about buying his son his quote unquote forever rifle and what that should be. The kid's a sixth grader, just took his first deer using a 22-250. And Jesse said his suggestions were either a 243, a 6 Creed, a 6.5 Creed, a 270, a 30-06, maybe even a 25 Creed. He said that if he ever gets lucky enough to draw an elk or moose tag, and you get him a 243, then it's a good time to buy him his second forever gun for the next one.
Yeah.
All right. So what is in your mind if you had one gun to buy your son or daughter for their quote unquote forever gun? What would it be? What is it?
Yeah, I know we're talking about the Creed. I'd go with that or a 308 because 308 is hard to beat. I was just actually listening to Michael Waddell on the Hornaday podcast, and he says he shot more elk with his 308 than he has with anything else. 150 grain, the American whitetail ammo, soft point. I mean, he said 360 yards is the farthest. He said it was one shot, and he goes, if you don't believe me, he goes, all my stuff's on video. You can watch it. But 308, I would say a 308 or a Creed. So. 30 cal probably better on elk, but I mean, like we were talking off radio here, you said you shot elk with your Creed, and I've seen people do it too.
That's the thing, though. I mean, you have to look at shot placement and how much they shoot. Now, I probably don't put as many rounds through anything than you do, because you go out and you shoot a lot more. You test out ammunition. You're probably putting more rounds through, but I shoot my one rifle year round. Whether it's coyotes, prairie dogs, porcupines, skunks, deer, whatever I can, antelope, right? I mean, I use that one rifle pretty much religiously for everything I do. Now I'm trying to set something
Mhm.
else up. We'll get into that in a little bit, but if you're gonna pick that, I love my Creed, I really do, but the 270 is a really good round.
Oh, for sure. I mean, in fact, my buddy that's here, he shoots a 270, and I mean, I'm a firm believer that that's one of the top hunting cartridges in my. I mean, the guy just shot big deer, and I mean, it just works, and he drops them right away. And but the thing about that is, a young person shooting a 270, you know, I, I, mm,
Okay.
if they want to get good at it and shoot it a lot, that's a lot of recoil for some. And some young people are bigger and can take it, right? But a lot of young kids that age are they're pretty fragile, yet, in my opinion.
Yeah, so that's a tough one for me because I always forget about recoil. Because I'm always thinking you got to be suppressed, and that takes a lot of recoil
Yeah.
out of it too.
Oh, a ton of
Right.
yeah. I mean, I forgot about that. If you are going to put a can on the 270, probably is they're pretty manageable with a can on.
But I have gotten a scope bite from my 270. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that. So, I mean, I've had that happen, mostly just because of the position I was in at that time. It was a
Yeah,
very awkward position to be shooting from, but I had a very narrow time limit to get that shot off. Levi says 300 Win Mag with a can. And if
yeah.
you're talking,
I mean,
so you're talking a forever rifle. So if you're saying you're going to start your kid out on this rifle and you can never have any other rifle besides, or are you saying we're going to start him out on a 223, maybe a 22 250, and work up to maybe a 243? But when he gets of age, he's going to then buy him a forever rifle. I don't know. I think you start your kids out with something a little bit lighter, get him used to that just trigger, time behind the trigger, and then work their way up on the calibers.
yeah. So both of my girls, Scott, I gave one of them my 223 Ruger Ranch, and the other one liked it, so I ended up buying her one too. So yeah, 223 I mean, in 200 yards and in, I mean, it's going to do you. It'll kill a deer super easy.
Yeah.
So, and you get it's cheap to shoot. It's pretty accurate, and like you say, trigger time is the key of because once you get good on the trigger, you can shoot pretty much anything fairly accurate if you're going to go shoot. So, and if you want something better than that, yeah, move on to something higher. Like I'm never going to hunt elk, so I don't need anything more than this Creed. And if I did, my dad's got 30-06 or something I could use or whatever. But
why wouldn't you ever want to hunt elk?
I don't know. I just don't have a hankering to.
Okay.
It's just like, I don't know, like sheep or anything like that. I don't know why I don't have maybe. I mean, I get jacked up when I see them. The older I get, every once in a while I get a little hankering. Like you saw that video we had, right? We had that herd of them elk here when they were raghorns. I mean, I gotta admit, I kind of got a little giddy there seeing them. Like, God dang, maybe I do want to shoot one of these things. And they weren't even that big. It was such a shock that the size of them when we come up on the hill. The first thing in my head was, man, look at the size of these mule deer. Those aren't muleys.
A big mule deer.
Yeah. They weren't even like big elk, really. Not like those ones I've seen. You've had people in your place hunting them. That was amazing. But I don't know. Maybe some point. But I'm not young anymore. I'm past middle age. Even I'm 54. So I guess if I want to do it, I better get it done some point.
So you're one of those guys like I don't want to go hunt elk. I don't want to do that. And then you're going to be one of those guys that puts in for the first year and gets drawn right away.
Probably. I haven't done it yet, but I always say that too. I'm like, if I do, I probably would get drawn. But
yeah. So it's
I
interesting.
know I'm calling.
So it's kind of fun in the mornings, like early mornings, like about an hour ago. You get things going. Yesterday morning, I was trying to catch a horse, which was not going well because he knew I was trying to catch him. And it's funny because right now, most of the elk are up north on the neighbor's cornfield right now, right? And the what we have in this area, they're eating some corn, but you can hear them, right? So you got this elk bugling a mile and a half away, and then pretty soon the coyotes go ballistic all around, and then the elk starts bugling again, and then the coyotes go ballistic again. So it's fun in the mornings right now during the rut. So it's just enjoyable this morning. So I got another text that says, how about a 7mm? It's flat shooting. So if you're talking forever gun, you got to be saying, are you having them start it right away when they're youth, and that's the gun they get for the rest of their life, or work them into a bigger gun? I think, the 300 probably is a little bit big.
Yeah.
Unless you're
I've
shooting
got
suppressed. You got to shoot suppressed if you're going to do this stuff.
7mm, like I shot 7mm PRC. And that didn't really, I don't think that kicked too much.
Yeah.
That was with a can on it though too. I was with a can, right?
That's the thing. You gotta, if you're discussing, I think if you're forever rifle for your kid all the way through their adult life, it's depends on if you have a suppressor on it or not. That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It really does.
Big difference. Yeah. Like if somebody is not, which is weird to me if somebody doesn't want a suppressor, but yeah, that takes away so much recoil. Like even if you don't really think that, and you got take your suppressor off and shoot a few rounds, and you'll be like going, "Ooh, wow! I didn't realize this thing how much recoil that takes away."
Yeah. Well, Brian says Jamie, middle-aged, is actually like 38 years old. You can't move the goalpost just because you're getting old. So Jesse said the 7mm if they put a suppressor on it, but it still depends on the size of the kid. And Eric says he built his son back in the day a 6.5 Grendel. Yeah, I always forget about that too. So, but
I had that Grendel, and the last time I had a buck tag, and I mean it was the ammo, and I kind of, the wind blew that sucker too. I wasn't happy with because a Grendel's not very fast, and I had a 20-inch barreled AR, and I mean it was going like 2,400 feet per the muzzle velocity, and I reloaded for it too. I was 120 grainers, but yeah, I used the SST.
Yeah, well, we'll continue this year. We're up against our next break here. Jamie, stand by. We'll be back after these messages right after this. Piper's Auction and Real Estate would like to invite you to their next round of sales. Coming up, the Rooster Ridge Equipment and Hunting Supply Auction at Fort Ransom, North Dakota on Thursday, September 25th. Also coming up on Thursday, September 25th, is the West Dakota Fall Equipment Auction featured out of Bowman, North Dakota. And the Central Dakota Fall Equipment Auction in Steele is November 11th, and the DeWald Estate Equipment Auction in Streator is going to be held on November 18th. For more information and to bid with confidence, go to Pifers.com.
I'm Dale Paulke with Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner in ag lending. With our deep understanding and appreciation for the Western way of life, we proudly accept, respect, and promote the values that define our community. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or business owner, we are here to support your financial needs and help you thrive. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for all your banking needs.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Equal housing lender.
Bowman Livestock Marketing, serving the tri-state area for all of your livestock marketing needs. Eastern Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota. You can be sure of great care for your cattle and top price at sale time. Call Austin Snook at 307-290-2161. That's 307-290-2161 for more information or just to talk cattle markets. You can also find them on Facebook and go to their website, BowmanLivestockMarketing.com. There's a reason you're seeing more Red Angus cattle in the country. Great mama cows, high weaning weights, and easy keepers. With a family that bases their entire operation on faith, honesty, and trust. You can see those values in their 30-plus years in the Red Angus breed. Schriefer Red Angus, the breed that generates a positive return on investment. SchrieferRedAngus.com. MoPro Guide Service, the best on Lake Oahe. Brent and his staff will give you the most enjoyable fishing experience, always having the latest in electronics, gear, and the most comfortable Lund boat on the water. Fish with somebody who lives in Mobridge, South Dakota, the heart of Lake Oahe. If you need a place to stay, the Morest Motel has newly updated rooms with free internet, a family-owned and operated business. Go to OaheWalleyes.com. That's OAHE Walleyes.com for the best fishing experience Lake Oahe has to offer. Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can do it in a fraction of time with just one person on foot or horseback. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy. This portion of the program is brought to you by Freedom Repair. Whether it's a tractor, baler, your cutter, your combine, or air seeder, Freedom Repair comes to you and helps you get fixed up and back in the field. 19 plus years experience. Give Lucas Kelly a call at 701-440-1945. That's 701-440-1945. Freedom Repair, veteran owned and operated. Western Frontier Insurance, agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto, you can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or talking animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered with price in mind. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, Wilton, Bowman, and Hettinger.
I'm Dale Paulke with Dakota Community Bank and Trust, where local banking is as comfortable as your favorite pair of work boots. Step into our branches and experience a friendly atmosphere, personalized service, and financial expertise. Whether you're a hardworking farmer, a small business owner, or a local resident, we've got the banking solutions that you need. So kick off your boots and let us take care of your financial needs at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Equal housing lender.
Piper's Auction and Real Estate would like to invite you to their next round of sales. Coming up, the Rooster Ridge Equipment and Hunting Supply Auction at Fort Ransom, North Dakota on Thursday, September 25th. Also coming up on Thursday, September 25th, is the West Dakota Fall Equipment Auction featured out of Bowman, North Dakota. And the Central Dakota Fall Equipment Auction in Steele is November 11th. And the DeWald Estate Equipment Auction in Streeter is going to be held on November 18th. For more information and to bid with confidence, go to pifers.com.
On that road, but don't you worry, one day I'll settle down. And when that time comes, I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody. That is Benny Polson and Breaking 8. You know, Jamie Brecht's my guest here. Jamie, have you seen Breaking 8 in like live yet? Have you seen him play?
Governor Armstrong's
Yep,
inauguration ball they were playing there.
That's
Yep,
right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
I did.
All right.
Sounded great.
They're new fiddle players from Elgin, North Dakota, baby.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, okay. So we're discussing a few things here. Right before we got on air, if you were on the YouTube side, you heard Jamie had a, was it your buddy's kid? Took their very
Yep,
first
my friend's son.
deer with a 6.5 Creed. And you can hear him shoot it on air and everything like that on the YouTube channel. Now, you and I were discussing what keeps a kid. We were doing this off air. What keeps kids interested in this? Is it their first deer? Is it so I feel it's an experience of all the way through. You know, it's exciting to go and take it, even if it's even a big buck and everything. Yeah, that's exciting. But the work is you got to gut it out. You got to bone it out. You got to process it, whether you take it in, have somebody else do it, or if you do it yourself. And I think if you make that an enjoyable process, I think the kids are hooked on this.
Yep. And I was telling Scott that Brayson, my buddy's son, Brayson Healy, this kid's all in on it. He wanted to, was telling Scott, he wanted to shoot every deer he's seen, right? He's, okay, I want that one. But John and I said, we're going to make it interesting. We're going to find a doe without a fawn, you know, and that's the one you're going to get. And that's what we did. And he's jacked up. They're coming back now. I'm sure they're going to grab the knives and the gutting tools here and the bow and saw and go down. And another thing I got from you, Scott, remember you had that electric hoist in your shop there?
Yeah.
I told my dad that, we bought that one and we haven't looked back. If you don't have an electric hoist like that for deer, that is so much better than doing it by hand. We're going to get that and we'll get them skinning it out and quartering it and all that. It's going to be, you know, the gutting job's coming now, so it's going to be fun. I'm sure this kid's hooked. He loves shooting anyways. I could tell we got him shooting and he loves coming out here and shooting. He said he didn't want to go home already. He even shot a deer. We were just sitting in the camper last night and around the campfire and he's like, I don't want to go home.
Yeah. And that's great to hear. I mean, the deer camp experience, right? So gutting a deer is something I actually enjoy. I know it sounds strange.
Me too. I'm weird like that.
Yeah, me too. But here's the thing is, Have you ever been with somebody that started gutting a deer and you just had to look at them and say, please stop?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, many times
Yeah.
actually.
Jesse, I love you, buddy, but you're terrible at gutting deer. It's just one of the, I was watching one time. I just finally said, Jesse, just move aside, please. Let's let me do it.
I won't say the name of one person, but they're on. We were gutting it, and I looked at him and I said, "You don't know how to gut a deer, do you?" No, and I said, "Here, get out of the way." And then they tried it again, and it makes me sick. I can't stand the sound. Like, just move aside. I enjoy doing this. I'll get it. And so, like my sister-in-law, my nephew got his buck back. She was all in on that. She pretty much told her husband and her boy to get the heck out of the way, and she was helping me. And I said, "Well, we gutted the deer. You guys can load it in the side by side." And then when we got it back and we were skinning it and quartering it, she pretty much just took my knife out of my hands too and went to work. I'm like, okay, that's all you. I think she should put in for a doe tag or tag out here to hunt, because she's a meathead, man. She was so jacked about eating the meat. You know, I don't say that in derogatory terms to somebody. A meathead is somebody I call who just, they hunt and their main goal is meat because they love it.
Yeah.
Which and you're kind of a meathead too, Scott. Which
absolutely.
It kind of shocked me when I was out with you. I'm like, man, you're gonna use your gratis on the doe, and yeah, of course, I want the meat. And I'm like, you are a true meathead, aren't you? Yep.
You got to remember though, our freezer's filled up with everything that we take ourselves. I mean, we don't buy meat from a store or anything like that. It's right here locally. So Jesse said, "Be nice to me." You know, okay. He said he is fast at gutting a deer. He is fast. I'll give him that. It is. It's just not it's too fast.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I always think, if somebody can gut a deer good, is if there's no cuts on the loins.
Right. Yeah.
I don't remember, Scott, when you did it, do you cut down the middle of the bone down there, or do you cut on both sides of it and then pull it out in one piece? Because that's how I like to do it.
On the back loins?
Yeah. The hip bone or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I cut on both sides and then just pull one big notch out of there.
Yeah, so
because a lot of people take that saw and go right down the middle of it, and I don't think that leaves a big enough gap.
No. I it all depends. I mean, so I was taught how to field dress a deer by my oldest brother, right? And he was very particular. He's like, the cleaner you can do it now, he said, the easier the rest of it's going to be. Jeez. Got something in my throat.
Yeah, you got a little something in your throat today.
Here's the thing is, it's been like 8 days of auctioning. And let me tell you, it was really good auction.
That'll do it.
And it's been a little bit, but I think some of the dirt yesterday working these cows. Anyway, the cleaner you can do your field dressing, the easier the rest of it's going to be. And everybody, once you start boning things out, everybody's got their own way of doing it. I like taking them to the back loins and saving them as one piece, because I'll either cut them up for steaks or smaller type roast or anything. The tenderloins, absolutely phenomenal. Those are the first things I snatch out right away. And then the rest of it, the quarters, I mean, it is what it is. So this reminds me of something here. So, Waylon says, you must be doing something illegal if you're doing it fast. So, yeah, take your time.
The heart was still beating.
So, one of the people out here, I don't know who it was, they were a little bit upset because one of the neighbors found somebody shot an elk and left an absorbent amount of meat out in the pasture. They took the head, of course, right? Because they wanted the antlers. So they took the head and they took the back hindquarters, and that's it. They left everything else.
Yeah.
So
I don't like that either.
Yeah. Should there be a rule that you got to take like a majority of the meat? I don't know if is there a law or not. I don't know. Because like you said, I'm a meathead, so I'm taking it all back with me. But I can see, like, if your front quarter, if you go antelope hunting and your front quarter is just like all shot up, I'll leave that because it's all blistered up anyway. But when it comes to like big games, some of these folks that are coming out elk hunting, they're taking the head and leaving a lot of the good stuff back. Now, if they were to call is it legal for me? to go take that meat or not? I don't know.
Boy, I couldn't answer that for
Yeah,
you.
I don't know either. Yeah.
It should be, right? I mean, if they're going to waste it,
But you have part of your tag is it's
Mhm.
got to stay with the meat.
right.
So I
right.
don't know if it's legal
mean-
for somebody else to go out and do that. I have no idea.
That probably is. I'd say it probably is illegal. I mean,
Eric
I
says
think-
South Dakota has the want and waste law. Yeah. Levi says depends on the state, but I think you should have to take everything, ribs and neck included. Neck on an elk is 20, 30 pounds of great meat. It is. Absolutely. It's great. You can almost get as much sausage meat on the neck of an elk than you can a doe, the entire side.
for sure.
Doe whitetail, right? And Jesse said
Yeah.
there is a rule. Okay. But the term is gray to a certain extent. Not without you can't take it without a carcass tag. That's what
So the word,
but if they just leave it there, man, it's just like, what if I came up across it and they're literally walking away and it's all just laying there? And
Yeah.
they didn't take the back loins, they didn't take the fronts,
yeah,
they
just
didn't
cut
take
the head off, or
yeah. And somebody said elk ribs, not a fan of them. We made them on a slow cooker one time. I'm not a big fan of elk ribs. You can have those.
the worst. I'll tell you the worst thing I ever seen, like waste, for as far as like waste, Scott. I went to the dump ground once for something, and literally 2 white-tailed does laying at the dump grounds with just the back straps cut out, and the whole rest of the. I'm just looking around like, who did this? This is ridiculous. You killed the animal, and all you did was cut out the back straps.
Yeah,
and it really was disgusting. I should have done. I should think of it at the time. I should have, looked at the ear tag or something. But I don't know. I'm not a game warden, so. But I just thought that was ridiculous, and I'm not even a meathead, right? I'm primarily an antler hunter. I do eat the deer meat and antelope meat and whatever. But yeah, something like that. I mean, people like that, they should be like banned from hunting for a couple of years or something.
Well, maybe they're just not taught the right way to do it, though. I mean, you can get some great things on YouTube and great information and how to do certain things, but if you're never taught it, it
yeah, that's true.
Maybe that's all. So here's somebody's texting me. They're like, what's the difference between back straps and back loins? All right. So here's the thing. The reason I call them back loins is because I called them back straps, and there was a butcher in Mandan that told me to stop doing that because because it's not technically correct. The back strap is the muscle, the tendon muscle, the little yellow thing that you see going from the shoulder blade down, and it's not edible. But the back loins are. You got tenderloins, you got back loins. So from that day on, I was like, you know what? Who else would know besides a butcher, right?
Okay,
and
perfect. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, so there's different, and I understand everybody calls them back straps and everything, but I call them back loins after that because I like to be educated. And when somebody comes up and they show me and they actually explain it, I'm like, gotcha. So
yeah,
so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Depends on who you are, but that's what I call them. And it's the same thing. So just so you know. All
so
right.
Go ahead.
No, I'm going through some text messages here. You tell me.
I was just going to say the hunters are back. You guys found the doe over there. I got a picture. I see.
Yeah, did find it. One shot right through both lungs.
Yeah,
Double lung shot.
You got
Awesome.
him right. Double lung. How far did it go? You think 20 yards? 20 feet. He said, not even 20. So the 6.5 Creedmoor strikes again, buddy. Went right through, huh? Awesome. 220 or whatever, right through. Had the suppressors. Yep, I saved that for you too. That's yours, buddy. And he just picked up the case, and he's got a big grin on his face.
As he should. As he should, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we're just looking. I was telling Scott off air here that what's awesome is I'm on the radio with you talking, and I'm watching my buddy and his son go get their deer, and now I'm looking through the spotting scope here. I was just looking at my buddy's got a rifle buck tag here. We've seen a nice buck here at the south end of the pasture too. So yeah, it's awesome, man. A lot of people don't like technology, but most of the time, Scott, it's pretty awesome.
It is, yeah. It all depends on how you use it. There's no doubt. Gene says, in my opinion, to keep kids interested, invite them and make it available every hunting trip that you, the parent, also goes on. Yeah,
for sure. And I'm pretty sure, Bryce, you're pretty much a lifetime hunter now, aren't you, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice cap you're wearing, by the way, too. Yeah, he's. I told him when we get back, I got that gong right next to the camper. It's right about 400 yards, just under. I told him he can take some cracks to Creedmoor at that too. So
Yeah, you bet.
he's gonna have fun doing that.
Take care of the meat first.
Yeah, we got a beaver dam too. Some beaver dams here, and my uncle. It's almost got the water to a standstill on his property. So I brought some tanny up. I think we're gonna have a little fun with that. He was trying to do it by hand, and I said, nah, let's do it the fun way with some tannerite and
Hold on
take
now.
it out that way.
I don't think you want to say that on the radio because I
No?
don't believe that is legal to do.
It's not?
I don't think so. I mean, we're not in Louisiana, but I don't believe in the North or South Dakota it's legal. So
Okay.
Well,
I
that's what I'm
take
gonna
that
say.
back. We're not going to do that.
look, search the rules, but because I heard
Well,
that
I've
from
done it on
somebody that they said that you can't do that on beaver dams, but look
right,
up the
so-
rules. It's up to you, but look up the rules.
So Scott's got a big radio audience. If anybody knows, go ahead and text Scott or call in and tell us if it's legal or not.
Yeah, look it up.
I mean,
because-
I do have Jeb's cell number. I guess I could text him whether he'd answer me or not. I don't know, but
yeah,
Yeah.
for some reason I want to say that it is not kosher to do that. For
I mean, okay. I mean,
But who knows?
Okay.
Maybe things change. The rules change every once in a while. Maybe
Oh.
I'm wrong, but
if anybody hears any tannerite getting shot, we're just having fun with it. We're not blowing beaver dams up.
I had a neighbor put like a whole bunch into an old vehicle. And I don't know what a
Yep.
bunch is, but it must have been a lot because that video, it did some damage, man. I mean, there was nothing left.
So
of
I
that vehicle.
can tell you, Scott, that is illegal because I actually talked to an ATF agent.
Really?
And he said, blow it up. He goes, but if you put it in something and it makes any kind of shrapnel, that's
Oh.
considered an IED.
Okay.
So he said, he goes, if you do it, he said, I wouldn't ticket you or give you, but he goes, I know agents that would. So he goes, don't make a video of it.
Well, this is like 15 years ago. Maybe the statute of limitations is gone on that. I don't know.
Yeah. But I was happy that an ATF agent said he wouldn't give me a ticket for it, but he readily admitted that some of his coworkers would. So
Yeah. All I say is check the rules before you do anything with the
Yeah.
generate stuff.
yeah.
But- so youth season, isn't this the last weekend of youth season right now?
Yep.
Okay.
It
And then
is
they
the
can
last
use
season.
their tags for in the regular season if they don't fill them now, which is a great idea.
Right.
That's a great addition that the Game and Fish did.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I do like about youth season is it sure is nice when you can gut them deer out with your T-shirt on instead of getting your hands cold, right? And we go back to the shop. The doors face south, so we'll have the sun in there on us, staying nice and warm. Doing that is I froze my hands, and I'm sure you have many a time quartering out them deer in the shop in the wintertime. Here, Bryson, go ahead.
Yeah.
Look through
Yeah.
that.
It would be nice to have one of those heated shops with a meat, like a whole
Oh.
meat room and everything in it. Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah, I've been in them. I'm never going to have enough money to get them, but I've been in them, and that is awesome. They got the dome freezer in there and everything. They put the meat in.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Get
do you
the
got on it?
walk-in coolers and all that good stuff. It'd be great.
Listening live.
Yeah.
Somebody's listening live. My buddy John just got a text. He heard that Bryson got his deer on the Scott Bachmeyer show.
Oh, good deal. Good. Well, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
First deer. So here's the question for you. Is it within the parent's control? Do you let the kid have a sip of a beer for his celebration or not? As a parent, what would you say?
You know what? We'll leave that up to him. I mean, when I was a kid, yeah, right.
Well, that's how we.
Usually it was when we were back, and it was
Yeah.
Mogan David actually church
Ooh.
wine,
Church wine.
Jesus juice.
Jesus juice. Good grief.
Well, yeah, that's what they use, right? The Mogi D, which
I
I
don't
do
know.
have a big jug in my camper too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, celebration, have a great time, celebrate, and show that young man what it's like, So down the road, maybe 10 years from now, he's helping somebody get their first deer too. That's a
absolutely.
way to
He
go.
might just come up with us now during rifle season when his dad gets his and hang out with us. I'm betting that's what's going to happen. So
Well, and how else do you know how to start getting and gutting and cleaning a deer unless you see it done
Yep.
a few times, right? I mean,
yep.
So
I got my video cam. We're gonna video him getting in here and gutting it and cleaning it up too. So that's gonna be
absolutely. This about 5 years ago. There was a young lady. Her and her husband came out elk hunting, and they shot an elk, and it jumped the fence and ended up in my pasture. And they gave me a call, and we went out there, and I said, "How much do you want me to help?" And the gal says, and she was like maybe 100 pounds, like she was tiny.
yeah.
She did it all herself. She wanted to do the whole works, and it took a long time, well into the evening hours, but she wanted to get up there. And when she was, we had it lifted up with my with my pickup, and she was trying to reach up, and because they wanted to save the cape, as much as they could. She was trying to cut the throat and esophagus out of that whole thing, and I think she was like both arms and all the way into the shoulder. She was that deep into, like,
so I couldn't imagine. I mean, you get a big mule deer, sometimes you really got to reach up in there. I couldn't imagine getting up in there in an elk and doing that. I mean, that's got to be a heck of a job. How much meat do you think you get? Like if you bone out your elk and everything, how much elk meat do you get?
Oh, that's a good.
It's like a bull. Like one of them big bulls.
I would say, each hind quarter is probably at least a good 110 pounds, 200, 300, 400. I'd say 400 to 450 is what I'm guesstimating.
Man,
somewhere in there.
That is unbelievable.
It depends on how. I mean, some people are, like take Jesse's wife. There is every piece of that is going to be used some way, somehow. Mm-hmm. There's some people that, they'll waste a little bit more. And like me, I don't care for the rib meat at all, but Levi just told me here. But anyway, we're up against it, and we'll continue on to the YouTube for a little bit until you got to go cut that deer. Jamie, thanks for tuning in and coming in here on a Saturday and having a little fun with me on the youth hunt. Appreciate that.
My pleasure, buddy. My pleasure.
All right, keep it tuned right here if you're going to stay on the after show. If not, thank you, radio stations. Appreciate everything you do and keeping me on for over 20 years. Eat some meat, drink some milk, have yourself a great weekend, and support those private landowners. All right, stations, thank you. All right, Jamie, we hopefully should be off the air and on to just YouTube, but let's see here. I got a text here. Gene says, Mad Dog will make you cry out to the Lord. Brian says, a little belt of red eye never killed anyone.
Brian makes some awesome red eye. I don't know if he ever made any for you. That guy can make some awesome red eye.
Levi says, both of the bulls, I had 280-ish pounds when I was feeding. Okay, so maybe I'm off a little bit, but there's
that's still a lot of meat.
There's a lot of meat. And it like I said, it all depends. Like you take Sarah Flath, I've never seen anybody bone everything out to where the bone looks like somebody boiled the meat off of it. Right? I mean, she saved everything. And
for the buzzard on it.
Yeah, for me, I'm because all my teeth are fake, right? Too many fights and I blocked a lot of kicks with my face over the years. So I'm very particular on how clean my meat is and glands, all the glands got to be out. Any little fat, any grizzle, that's all got to be out. So I go through mine a little bit more, I think too, but
I'm the same way you are. I mean, my dad even will say, no, he used to be a buzzard like that. And now he'll clean a deer. And he's like, man, if my dad was alive, he'd kick my butt for leaving this meat on here. And I used to go down the front legs and all that and just go around all them little muscles. I don't anymore.
Here's my thing on the front quarters. For the shoulder blade and everything, I strip all that meat, but the bottom part of the leg has all those tendons in it. And you can grind it in it, but still some of it, if you don't grind it correctly and you make summer sausage, I've had some where I've had one of my crowns break off. So I'm even picky on that stuff anymore.
I'm the same. That lower shank there, I think that's what they call it. But I don't even mess around with that lower part anymore. And really on that front shoulder, a lot of times it's wrecked when you shoot them there anyways. But if it's not, I mean, what do you get off there? Maybe a pound or so. I mean, exactly. I'm not a great butcher, but Well, I hate to let you go, but these guys are jumping. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, one more. Waylon's brother, his son, just got it done this morning too. Got his doe. So congratulations on that one. Yeah. Awesome.
Love it.
All right, man. Well, you have a good one. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Yep, no problem, Scott. Thanks for having me on, buddy.
You bet.
So I'll have a little video up and some pictures later. So
Sounds good.
it'll be it's gonna be fun times, man.
Yep.
You have a good day, Scott.
Okay, you too. See ya.
You see you, buddy.
All right, Levi says both of my bulls. I still catch hell from my dad for leaving the liver. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that. So my father-in-law is he's the kind of thanks, Wayne. He's the kind of guy that he saves the heart, the tongue, the liver. Right? He does. But I've never seen him eat it. But I have seen it in the freezer still to this day. So I'm not sure. There's a lot of people like that stuff. I leave that stuff. I do. I don't need the heart when there's so much better meat to eat. So, all right, Levi, good luck to you out that way. Hope everything's gets everything done. Everybody's been very successful, I think, this year. I'm going to do a little bit of scouting here because I got a couple people that are on my list of let me know if you see anything. So maybe today's the day. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good weekend.